This man suddenly discovered tennis players could make so much money. Playing one match earned more than his whole year's salary, so he made a plan for his unborn daughter. Then he started studying how tennis players were trained. After that he put his daughter through brutal training, 10 whole years without stopping. This made the man totally confident. He started introducing his daughter to club managers. But back then tennis was a white people's sport. Basically everyone turned him down. Some people even mocked him. Finally one club coach said he'd talk to him, but Richard's conditions were impossible to accept. After all, Richard was just a cleaner from the ghetto. He actually asked the club to pay for raising his daughter. This request was naturally rejected. Even super rich people wouldn't train tennis players. For clubs this was an extremely risky investment. Richard didn't give up. He kept practicing with his daughter. While searching for clubs everywhere, he kept training both daughters at the sports field. This kind of effort was super rare in the ghetto. Some street thugs always made fun of him. Richard told his daughters he'd been through similar stuff before. Back when he was a kid, his father watched him get bullied then turned and ran away. But he would never let that happen again. He would be his daughter's strongest support. So he walked up to argue with the thugs. He got punched twice and fell straight down. Looking at their father's beaten state, the daughters actually felt he was extra trustworthy. So inspired by their father, they kept practicing persistently. Meanwhile they stayed hopeful about tomorrow. To afford his daughter's training costs, Richard started looking for the right coach. He took his daughters to a fancy estate. This place only had white people playing. He swallowed his pride and begged the coach to check his daughter's level. After lots of pestering, the coach got so annoyed he had no choice. He gave them just 10 minutes to show their skills. Turns out this became the coach's smartest decision ever. The two girls walked onto the court full of confidence. They turned their years of built-up skills into an effortless display. No matter where the coach hit the ball from, they could catch it without trying. Especially the older daughter. She could quickly hit powerful returns. But after careful thought, the coach chose to train the more skilled older daughter for free. But there's always a way to solve problems. Every time during practice, Richard would stand courtside. He filmed all his older daughter's moves with a camera, plus every coaching detail. Then he brought these precious tapes back home. His wife would teach carefully based on the videos. The seed planted in the younger daughter grew quietly, sometimes gentle, sometimes warm, slowly hitting against the black and white net lines. Hopeful light shone on this empty court. They had to work extremely hard now, so they could make it look easy later. Young years and hard sweat wove together. This made both sisters' skills improve rapidly, and all this time building up would eventually become heights others couldn't reach.